Welcome everyone, this is Acid Roots. We're going to talk about Rob Zombie's debut movie that he directed, House of a Thousand Corpses. So with this movie, it's a horror movie. It's definitely one of those that's going to have some real shrill feeling to it and strike terror, but it also had a soundtrack that came with it, and Rob Zombie, since he made the movie, he also decided to make a soundtrack with it, and it features new songs by him. Now, the thing of which is this was actually made in the year 2000, so that's the thing, is that the soundtrack came out in 2003, but the thing about it was Rob Zombie's second album had come out by that point. And so I'm not sure the creative process for how that worked. You know, if after Hellbilly Deluxe, he decided to go straight to working on House of a Thousand Corpses. I'm not really sure what his schedule was as far as that was, but in any case, House of a Thousand Corpses was filmed in the year 2000, and it just took a few years to get released. So what that meant is that might mean we don't know what to expect from these songs. Now, obviously, this is still 13 years ago, but it was clever at the time just because Rob Zombie, between his 2001 album, which I'm getting ready to review, and his 2006 album, that there wasn't really anything in between. I think there was a greatest hits and this soundtrack album, and that was about it for him. So that kind of helps bridge the gap as far as extra material. Now, obviously, since we don't have the weight here, it's kind of, but you know, it's kind of like, to me, the 8 Mile soundtrack by Eminem. It's just extra stuff by him that you can scoop up. So you don't have to worry about the songs not being good. Now, with this, there's actually like 25 songs on the album, but they all fit onto one disc because some of them are less than 2 minutes. Well, a lot of them are less than 2 minutes, and they just feature kind of music that is just music versus any lyrics on it. So I think, you know, it might be from the movie, and then there's a couple songs on there that I just wasn't feeling that much. But, you know, beyond that, Rob Zombie did 6 songs on this. He has other songs that are going to have him in the title, but the thing is that there's no lyrics. So the 6 songs that he did, 5 of them were good. The only one I didn't really prefer that much was Brick House 2003. But apart from that, every single one of the songs were great, and one of which you're going to be able to find on his second album, The Sinister Urge. So with that, these are, I mean, House of a Thousand Corpses, Everybody Scream, Run Rabbit Run, Pussy Liquor, and Little Piggy are all great songs. So we're going to talk about a few of these. I like House of a Thousand Corpses. It does kind of feel like something good. For most people that may just know Rob Zombie for maybe Living Dead Girl and Dragula, this is an extra song that just has a good feel to it. The way that it is, it's kind of, it's not necessarily dark and menacing as much as it is, it's kind of creepy. That's the best word to describe it, is it just feels kind of like an evening song versus a song at night. And Everybody Scream, Run Rabbit Run, this is another one. This is just like Living Dead Girl, just about. Pussy Liquor is another one that works pretty well. That one kind of has another shrouded feel to it, and I did prefer that. But they all pretty much do. I mean, that's the whole thing about just listening to these Rob Zombie songs. It basically, I mean, if you're going to get this album, just understand that you're really getting it for 5 or 6 songs, but depending upon the price you pay for it, it's probably worthwhile. So there's really not, this isn't a soundtrack album in the sense that, you know, you're going to see Deftones and Mushroomhead and all those guys on here. It just really is Rob Zombie. That's the main thing. So out of this, I'm just going to give this, like, because there's only 6 Rob Zombie songs and I like 5 of them, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. I know that seems kind of flat, but I'm not really going to rate songs that don't have lyrics and just don't. I mean, there's just not too many instances you can see yourself wanting to listen to them. It's good extras, but, you know, the main course is pretty much what I think people are here for, which are the Rob Zombie songs. So it gets a 9, and as far as the future, Rob Zombie did drop an album in 2016, so that there's something there. I've got more of his works coming down the pipeline, and so the only thing left is the Social Score. Now, it's tricky grading this just because the movie, and at the same time, its appeal was not as huge, and I think a lot of people may have forgotten about this. So I'm going to give it like a 6.5 out of 10. And that just, the Social Score means how well it plays around your friends if you listen to this music with them. So yeah, that's what that is. And the only thing left is, can this record be topped? And the answer is, it's not really. I mean, Rob Zombie nailed it. I wouldn't mind hearing a few more soundtrack albums like this. Subscribe for more fun. This is House of a Thousand Corpses, review by me.